This is the Ark PvP Flyers tier list. I'm gonna base my decisions off of the importance each flyer has in PvP as a whole, not just how good they are at PvP combat. This tier list is my personal opinion on each flyer. I'm pretty open-minded, so if you disagree with some of the choices, let me know why and you might be able to change my mind. Let's start off with the parachute bird. I think this creature's pretty useful, but the only thing it's really good for is being a second parachute. But it's a parachute that you have to feed and a parachute that can die. I'm gonna give this one a C. Next up, we have the RG. RG is pretty nice to have all around. I mean, it has really good weight, does a good amount of damage. You can carry a Anki and Dodic with it. I'm gonna give this A tier, maybe S. I don't know. I'm gonna put it in A tier for now. Might come back to it and move it to S, but it's at minimum a A tier. Next, we have the Astrocetus, or the space whale. Honestly, this thing is complete trash. We're gonna put that way down there. Next, we have the space dolphin, or the Astrodelphus. These things are fucking broken. Take it out of the game. Nerf it hard or take it out of the game. That's what I think about the Astrodelphus. Next, we have the Desert Titan. Honestly, a lot of the extinction dinos kind of broke the game. So I'm putting the Desert Titan down here with the Astrodelphus. It's just too OP. Next, the Dimorphodon. Dimorphodons are decent to have as creatures that swarm people trying to raid your base, or if you want to use it as a shoulder mount, do a little bit of extra damage. But I don't think they're super valuable. I'm gonna put this down here at D, because at least the parachute bird can be used as a parachute. Dimorph, I mean, it does some damage and could be used as a shoulder pet, but it's definitely not a priority on PvP servers. Next, we have the Featherlight. I think the Featherlight looks amazing. Make it bigger so you can see. I think it looks awesome. And they're used as light pets on Aberration. I'll give it a B. I like Featherlights. I think they're a cool design. It's one of my favorite light pets. I like it more than the Bulldog. Next, we have the Gasbag. Gasbag is a really solid tame to have. It's good at soaking bullets, good for weight. It's a good flyer. Doesn't really have any attack, but I'm definitely gonna have to give this, I think this is a S tier. I think that's gonna be our first S tier. Gasbags are really good. Next, we have the Giant Bee. I know this is kind of an odd one. I thought about not even putting it on this tier list video, but they're used to get beehives, and beehives are an essential when it comes to Ark PvP. The beehives make honey, which is used in sweet vegetable cakes and extraordinary kibble. I give this probably a A. Really useful. Next, we have the Griffin. I don't really even have to think about this one too much. Griffin goes S tier. I don't think they should be nerfed. I honestly think they're fairly balanced. I mean, they're really good, but you can't breed them. So you either have to clone them or tame another one every time. So I think S tier is the right spot for them. Next, we have the Item Stealer. These things are pieces of filth. I hate these things. Honestly, fuck these things. I'm putting it under nerf this. You can disagree with me. I don't like them. They're so annoying. Next, this is the only non-tameable creature that I put on this list. It's the Insect Swarm. Get this shit out of the game. God, they are terrible. Next, we have the Lamantra. Honestly, these things aren't very useful in PvP. I mean, they do a little poison spore, but honestly don't think they're worth taming in PvP. I'm gonna put them down here with the Astrocetus space whale. For the next one, we have the Managarmr. I know the Managarmr has been nerfed multiple times, but they're still broken. I'm putting it under nerf this. They should have never added those to the game. A lot of the extinction stuff ruined a ton of the Ark PvP. Next, we have the Onyx, or the Bat. Let's see. You can't put it on your shoulder. You can't fly on it. They're super annoying in caves. This thing gets a E. They're just not great. They definitely need some TLC. I think the Onyx and the Lamantra and the Dimorphodon and possibly even the parachute bird They all need a TLC. Next, we have the Pelagarnis. These can float on top of the water. They're okay at getting organic poly, and they have a weight reduction towards organic poly, 80% weight reduction. I personally think you should use the dire bear to get organic poly instead. You're not gonna PvP at all with this. If you get in a fight in PvP with this, pretty much you're screwed. I'm gonna give this one a C. Actually, I'll give it a B. I think it's a little bit better than the parachute bird. Next, we have the Phoenix. I think the Phoenix is really cool. I like the idea of it. They cook metal for you. They're really fast. They also cook meat, but they don't do it as quick as the Endo Forge does or the Industrial Grill. It's more like a sped up campfire / refining forge. I think the really only good thing about these is they shit out silica pearls and black pearls sometimes. These really need a TLC because I would love to use these more often. I've never tamed one of these on a PvP server, and I have 4,000 hours plus of Ark playtime. So I'm gonna give this one a D. Actually, I'll give it a C. I think it needs a TLC though. I'd love to see them give it a TLC. Up next is the Pteranodon, or the PT. Pteros are always solid to have, and they're easy to get. I give it an A. Next up is the Quetzal. The Quetzal is amazing to have. With a platform saddle, you could put any soaker on it and raid sky bases a lot easier. Raid bases on pillars. They have a lot of weight for transporting stuff around. Give this one an A tier too. Actually, I'm gonna give it an S. I think Quetzal definitely deserves an S. I wish they looked cooler. They kind of look just, I don't know. I don't really care for how they look, but they are really solid to have in PvP. Next up is the Snow Owl. The Snow Owl is super fast. It has night vision, and it could scan for enemies. It can freeze and heal your tames, and it's just as fast as a Griffin. I'm gonna give it an S. I think Snow Owls are all around good creatures to have. Next up is the Tapajara. I think tappies are pretty good, especially once you get a tech saddle. You don't have to land to get stam with these. You could just hop in the passenger seat on even the regular tappy saddle, which makes them good for taming quetzals and stuff like that. You could hop in the passenger seat, whistle attack on the quetzal, trank the quetz, and then whistle passive, and then just repeat the process. So it's good for solo taming quetzals and other things. I don't think they're as good at PvP as a Terra though, until you get the tech saddle. I'm gonna put tappy in the B. I'd probably say it's a A tier with the tech saddle, B tier without the tech saddle. Next up is the Tropios. I think the Tropios are really cool, but they're too good. They're way too good. I'm gonna have to put them in the nerf this. And they're breedable. Yeah, they gotta go in the nerf this category. Let me spread these out a little bit. Next up, we have the Void Worm. Void Worms are broken. That's all I gotta say about that. Putting them in the nerf this category. They break the game. They're not even on MTS. The whole Genesis Part 2 map is not on MTS, which MTS is one of the most played PvP servers on Ark. And they removed Genesis Part 2. We have one more flying creature before we move into the Wyverns. We have the Vulture. I'd like to see the Vulture get some TLC from the Ark devs, because it's just not useful. It's not that useful in PvP. I'll put it down here with the other E's. Wish it was better, but it's not. Now we're gonna move on to the Wyverns, including the Crystal Wyverns. First one up, the Blood Wyvern. For the Blood Wyvern, I really like the Blood Wyverns. They can heal themselves while also doing damage. These are really good. I'm gonna have to put the Blood Wyverns as an A. Actually, I'm gonna give a Blood Wyvern an S tier. Next up, we have the Ember Wyvern. Ember Wyvern, similar to the Fire Wyvern, but it does more fire damage. The longer you do fire damage to something, the more damage it does. But the fire attack just has such a low range. Makes them not very useful in PvP. Give this one a B. Next up is the Lightning Wyvern. Lightning Wyverns are awesome. My personal favorite Wyvern to use. I'm gonna have to go with S. The lightning attack just melts pretty much anything. Really good Wyvern to have. Next up is the Poison Wyvern. These are super good too. Pretty close to the Lightning Wyvern. I'm gonna go ahead and give this one a S tier too. Then we have the regular Fire Wyvern. I'm gonna just go ahead and throw it in the same category as the Ember. They're both not anything special for PvP compared to the other options. And we have the tropical crystal wyvern. Super easy to get in an area that's not dangerous. I mean, you'll definitely run into other players, but there's not a lot of dangerous wild dinos around. They're faster than all the other wyverns because they have the water boost, and their water attack goes a lot further than the flame attack. I give them an S. They're really solid in PvP. It's a lot of people's first tame when they get on a PvP server. Go straight for the Trop Wyvern right after a note run. If you want to get your own Ark server to play on with friends, or if you want to start your own PvP server, use the link in the description or in the pinned comment. It'll bring you straight to Nitrado's website, and they have some really good servers and server options that'll let you customize, add mods, or whatever you want to do. And they're cheap. I am a affiliate with Nitrado, but using the link doesn't cost you anything extra. It just helps keep this channel going. So if you want to help support, use the link in the bio or in the pinned comment. With that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, or at least got some kind of value out of it, and I hope to see y'all in the next one. Peace.